going like one of those old-timey train calendars. It was like...
It sounded like the drums on the beginning of Hot for Teacher.
Oh, my God.
I've got it bad. I've got it bad. I've got it bad. But I'm not hot for teacher. I'm hot for the truth. Truth
And
is.
you are telling us this.
Another good book title, but I know that was the definitive
late.
one.
I
but
already
just
told
saying
you.
it,
It's
you're right.
already been printed.
Late.
All right, okay.
It's available at every Barnes & Noble and Borders. You can go get it. Moonman from Maine by me. I won't say
And we
my
do
name
have
again.
copies of Books 1000.
We got it over
here
at
in
Books
Valverde,
1000 down on
Books
Hot
That one
Street.
there.
So
Yeah,
head
I
on
suppose
down
so. I'm
there.
going over there for a signing later today. If I make it, you see. I might
If
not
you
make it to
make
the
it?
signing.
What do you mean?
My
What would
concern is
happen?
that I will be murdered by government agents before I get there. You see, because I'm telling the truth. There was some material in the book they didn't want me to include, but I'm going to share it with you two on this classic radio rock station program.
We are the
Because
best classic radio rock program.
You're the only interview I've been offered, and
Okay. Wow,
I also have
Scotty.
no desire to continue. living.
Wow. Real
Good
press
booking,
junket.
Scotty.
So,
So let's hit it. Let's hit the hard stuff there.
well,
Clunk.
I was saying before that.
Oh, but don't hit the hard stuff. Sorry. I don't want you
Right.
drinking.
We
It's
don't
already
want you
been
to
taken
That was just
care
a
of.
euphemism.
drunk.
Oh, okay. Well, then
They
I
don't.
guess
They
never
don't
mind.
call.
All right.
They don't call me Clunk for nothing.
That is
well,
true. That is true.
Clunk is
That
also
is
how
true.
a drunk person says drunk.
We gotta change his name from drunk.
Oh, my God. Mr. Nixon.
Oh,
President,
Nixon's
are you
back.
here? I
So
thought
that's
you were dead. That's
Some
dead on.
uncanny right there.
Right. It's
Now I'm going to
crazy.
have a little drink of Allen's coffee, Brandon.
Okay.
Brandy. Yeah.
Allen's coffee, Brandy. That's the,
Allen's coffee brandy.
That's
is,
a
is the
wonderful
product.
looking glass song. I love
Oh,
that.
that is-
My mistake.
Yeah,
Allen's
looking-
coffee. The product is called Allen's coffee,
coffee
brandy.
Brandy.
Of course.
And
right.
you can
Allen's
get it.
coffee. Brandon invented it.
Yeah. Oh, and he's so good.
Oh, he's a wonderful
he
inventor.
is so good.
Very
at
nice
making
job with
brandy.
that, I would say.
Good job. Okay.
Cursed a lot of Maine astronauts to poverty. So the point I was making is that when I said that we were stuck in a can full of farts and friends in outer space, that were an exaggeration.
Oh.
The exaggerated part was space. The extra exaggerated part was outer. For indeed, we were not in space at that time or at any time during the entire NASA space program. As they say on social media, let that sink in.
I usually, when I see something on social media, they say, "Suck it up, snowflake." So is this a real suck it up, snowflake moment for us?
That's a good point. I should have asked you to suck it up,
Clunk.
Snowflake.
Okay.
Okay, well.
So,
Can you
Scott-
give us a second to suck it up? That's a snowflake.
I ask you to suck it up, and I would ask you also to buckle up, Buttercup.
Okay, I'm gonna suck.
Because you see, the entire program was a lie. Now, you've heard
Really?
about this before.
I mean, we heard about the Kubrick thing, and
The
I said that's
Kubrick move.
horseshit
Yeah.
because I was good best friends with Stan Kubrick, and he got a little cagey anytime I asked about it, and he would just start. He would automatically shift the story to something The Shining, yet another one
Yeah.
from your boy
Yeah.
from Maine,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't really tell me quite what happened, but
You just start talking about that blowjob bear, right? Every time you asked about the space program.
Yeah, that's
start bringing
actually
up
a
the
real
blowjob?
person from Maine, Blowjob Bear.
Really?
Yeah.
that was a real person.
Yeah, that was based in reality. See, I have mixed feelings about The Shining because on the one hand, I also worked with Stanley Kubrick on the filming of the moon landing. You see, that is true.
Okay. Now that's
All right. All right.
And and he asked me afterward, because we did fake that moon landing and we shot it in Maine. You see, we shot it on a beach on Isle of Haut, on the dark side of Isle of Haut.
Was it your land on Isle of Haut that it was done on, or it was just like a public park?
All the land, all the beachfront is owned communally on Isle of Haut
Okay.
Oh,
it's a
interesting.
socialist
So you didn't have to
paradise.
rent a gazebo to do
because
that.
of the farmer. No, not for the moon landing. No.
Okay.
there-
I was wondering if I saw a gazebo.
What a great
Stanley
deal.
looked at it and I said,
What a
"Look,
great deal.
here is a beach in Maine.
Right.
Does this look like the moon to you?" And he goes, "It looks a little inhospitable compared to the surface of the moon. Looks a
little
little
worse
rough.
for wear than the moon.
That
Looks-
sounds just
looks
like
like
Stan,
human-
by the way.
Looks like human life could not survive on this beach."
Oh.
I gotta say that does sound like a Maine beach.
I gotta tell you, it's like I am talking to my best friend in the world, Stan Kubrick, right now, because he would talk about how comfortable the moon looked all the time, and then he would just shit on anything else. I would take him out by the banks of the Valverde River down there in Slayer Gulch, and he would be
one of the most beautiful lands.
What is this? And now I just realize he was probably scouting places to shoot the moon landing.
Scouting for the Moon, which is a good book title.
That is.
That's a
too
good
late
book title.
though.
Put it
In
on the
fact, it
pile.
was one that Stanley Kubrick actually wrote. It's in one of his boxes out there in England. Yeah, but they suppressed that too. They didn't want him to talk about it. That's why he had to make The Shining. Now, I had mixed feelings about The Shining, you see, because I liked Stanley. We worked together closely, pretending we landed on the moon there in Maine. We worked together quite closely. We drank a lot of coffee's Allen brandy.
Of course.
Also, Allen's coffee brandy.
And
Two different
I'm sure
Both of
Brandon
them.
was
You'd
there.
alternate. Double fist it.
And Brandon was there. He's like, "Who wants a top off?"
I would like you, Clunk, to come and consult on the making of The Shining because, I'm going to admit obliquely, I'm going to admit to faking the moon landing by putting a child in a sweater. I'm going to put a child in an Apollo sweater, and it will be my confession, you see. And I said, Stanley, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
He said the dumbest shit.
If you
He's
want to
just- it was a real
confess,
dumbass.
do so. If you want to confess, follow my lead. Wait until your children, who were kidnapped by Richard Nixon, finally starved to death in that bowling alley. Then there's nothing over you, and you can finally tell the truth on a radio program.
Wait, he did not.
This
feed
is an
them in
extra
the bowling
detail
alley.
here.
This is a detail they died.
Bit breaking news.
Breaking news. They
I'm sorry,
died.
That was
he
too.
wouldn't.
That was too grim. They died of old age and misadventure.
Oh, but in the bowling alley they died.
Oh, yes.
Wait. So
They
were
lived
still
well.
there?
They lived there well into the Obama era.
Oh my!
Oh,
God.
Things they don't tell you.
That was my next question.
I gotta say though, there's nothing sadder
are
than a
rules.
parent outliving their children.
Oh,
But
that's-
Just
Stanley
like
said-
when they're staying in the bowling alley of the White House until the Obama administration.
oh my God!
Rest in power to your children.
Rest in power to your children.
That's what
I imagine they're still down there.
Not a bad book title, also. Rest in
I'd have
power
to
to your
tell you-
children.
I have to tell you the truth. They weren't my children. They were weak arms, buzzes. They all had children. I never did, you see, because I was a bachelor. Married to the sea, I was,
Married to the sea,
but not married to space because
Not
I've
married to
never
space.
been.
You've never been.
No
to
human
space.
has, you see.
Nobody.